Field Marshal Francis Wallace Grenville, 1st Baron Grenville, GCB, GCMG, PC, was born in Swansea on the 29th of April 1841. Born the son of Pasco St. Leger Grenville and Catherine Anne Grenville, and grandson of Pasco Grenville, he was educated at Milton Abbas School in Dorset, but decided to leave school early. Grenville purchased a commission as an ensign in the 3rd Battalion of the 60th Royal Rifles on the 5th of August 1859. He then purchased promotion to lieutenant on the 21st of July 1863 and then to captain. He became aide-de-camp to Sir Arthur Cunningham, Commander-in-Chief, South Africa, in 1874. After taking part in the Battle of Quintana in February 1878 during the 9th Hausa War, he was promoted to brevet major on the 11th of November 1878. He next fought at the Battle of Ulundi in July 1879 during the Anglo-Zulu War, and then returned to England to become brigade major at Shorncliffe Army Camp shortly before he was promoted to brevet lieutenant colonel on the 29th of November 1879. He became brigade major of an infantry brigade in South Africa in April 1881, and having been promoted to the substantive rank of major on the 1st of July 1881, he fought at the Battle of Tel el-Keba in September 1882 during the Anglo-Egyptian War. He was promoted to brevet colonel on the 18th of November 1882 and was made aide-de-camp to Queen Victoria that same year. Grenville became Deputy Sirdar, Commander-in-Chief of the Egyptian Army in late 1882, and after commanding the Egyptian troops stationed at Aswan during the Nile expedition, he became Sirdar himself in April 1885. He was appointed Companion of the Order of the Bath on the 25th of August 1885, and having led his troops at the Battle of Guinness in December 1885, was promoted to the substantive rank of Lieutenant Colonel on the 7th of January 1886. He was advanced to Knight Commander of the Order of the Bath on the 25th of November 1886. He went on to become Sirdar Commander-in-Chief of the Egyptian army and commanded the forces at the Battle of Suakin in December 1888 and at the Battle of Toski in August 1889 during the Mahdist War. He was promoted to Major General for distinguished service in the field on the 3rd of August 1889, in recognition of the transformation he had achieved in making the Egyptian army a successful fighting force. Subsequently, he was appointed a Knight Grand Cross of the Order of St. Michael and St. George on leaving Egypt on the 25th of May 1892. Returning to England, Grenville became Deputy Adjutant General at the War Office in 1892 and Inspector General of Auxiliary Forces at the War Office in August 1894. He returned to Egypt to command the British forces there under the new Sirdar in 1897, and having been promoted to Lieutenant General on the 1st of April 1898, he was advanced to the Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Bath on the 15th of November 1898. He became Governor of Malta with the local rank of General on the 1st of January 1899, serving as such until early 1903. The 1902 Coronation Honours List on the 26th of June 1902 included his name as a future peer, and he was created Baron Grenfell of Kilvey in the county of Glamorgan on the 15th of July 1902. He took the oath on meeting in the House of Lords for the first time on the 22nd of July 1902. After returning permanently to the United Kingdom, he went on to command the newly created 4th Army Corps in April 1903, and having been promoted to full general on the 16th of March 1904, he became Commander-in-Chief, Ireland, and General Officer commanding the 3rd Army Corps in May 1904. He was promoted to Field Marshal on retirement on the 11th of April 1908. In May 1910, he attended the funeral of King Edward VII, and in June 1911, he attended the coronation of King George V. Grenfell served as Colonel of the 1st Surrey, or South London, Regiment. He served as Colonel of the 2nd Regiment of Life Guards, and then Colonel of the 1st Regiment of Life Guards, as well, latterly, Colonel Commandant the King's Royal Rifle Corps, and Colonel of the King's Own Malta Regiment of Militia. He was Governor and Commandant of the Church Lads Brigade from 1908 to 1925. In 1914, he was responsible for raising the 16th Service Battalion, King's Royal Rifle Corps, or Church Lads Brigade, as a battalion for CLB members wishing to enlist. He was also a founding committee member of the Pilgrim Society in 1902. Grenfell received the honorary freedom of the borough of Swansea Town in 1889. Whilst Grenfell was in Egypt, he was visited by his sister, Mary Grenfell, who encouraged him in his pursuits of archaeology and Egyptian history. He then enlisted the help of archaeologist Wallace, who was instrumental in purchasing a mummy and its coffin, together with other smaller items, for the Royal Institution of South Wales, which is the former name of Swansea Museum. The mummy, identified as Hor, was a clothier priest and scribe of the god Atum. In the daily ritual of the temple, it was his duty to change the clothing on the holy statue of this god. Hor lived in Akhmim in Upper Egypt between 250 to 200 BC during the Ptolemaic dynasty, and he was named after the god Horus. The mummy was gifted to Swansea Museum in 1888 by Francis Grenfell and can be seen to this day at Swansea Museum in the Egyptian Gallery. Field Marshal Lord Francis Grenfell died aged 83 at Windlesham in Surrey on the 27th of January 1925. He was buried at St Mary and All Saints Churchyard at Beaconsfield in Buckinghamshire.